Hello everyone and blessed be. It's that time again for I thought I'd do a deck garden update. It's nice and sunny, so hopefully it's not too bright in the camera. But the lemon thyme is blossom. I let some of it blossom just because I like to leave it there for nature. And my oregano, which is all this up here, I've already done several harvests on. My cat wants out. And that's the Aubrey Camino plant. Not growing anymore, but it's not dying. I don't know. It's only supposed to last 1 year, so I just kind of let it do its thing. That back there is lemon balm, or lemon thyme. I see a flower there, so I'm probably going to harvest some of that. And then my beans going up and up and up. Oh, one's found a tip. This is my first time growing beans. And again, I'm not a garden expert. I do not have a green thumb, so this poor little, honey, just a minute. This poor little plant I knocked over on accident. It was up on that plant stand kind of back there, and I lost my balance and tipped it over. So felt really bad, but that happens. And that is, all of that is lemon balm from seed, except the one plant that was a starter, but I've harvested from there as well. Back there is the yarrow that got thinned. Down here is my rue. Oh, and a peanut. And this right here is the snapdragons. This is chocolate mint. Chocolate mint back there. And these are the mystery flowers. Anybody knows what they are, let me know. They're very pretty. But they were one of the ones in the butterfly seed thing. And this is another one. Looks like it's getting ready to flower as well. I need to put more water in the bee water. I love solar powered. I love, love, love. There's my little, this little guy. Got him at the dollar store, and his eyes glow, and he's got his little solar powered thing. Freaking love solar powered stuff. There are the rosemaries. They are doing great. Like I said, there's still a little brown on these ones. It's not new growth. I just haven't went through and picked it all out, but they are growing great. That is a citronella. The last time I got one, it got huge, so I am going to have to go in there and harvest some of that. This is that little green lemongrass plant that is not little anymore. Hopefully you can see that. Down there is that little lemon balm plant that is busting its butt to come back. And I moved the peppers. So these are the 3 peppers that were in the brown planter, but I realized how big they were going to get, so I moved them into here. This is a pretty big pot. That is some more yarrow that I actually thought was dead. Whoops, right there. And it isn't. But I'm excited because I'm seeing flowers. There's quite a few of them on there. So I'm hoping I get some peppers. I'm sorry if my voice goes in and out. I keep moving my camera away from my mouth, forgetting. And these down here in the middle are flowers a friend sent me in the mail, as well as this cucumber plant, which is like 4 times as big as it was when I got it, so that makes me feel good. And back there, this, honey, just a minute, this vertical planter is going to go to my son's girlfriend. It's driving me crazy. It's great, but I don't have a spot where both sides can get sun, so I'm constantly having to move it all over the place, and it's just too much of a headache for me, and she would love it, so it's gonna go to her. The peppermint down there is gonna go in another pot. Other than that, she can keep whatever she wants. And then excitement, my chamomile is growing like crazy and is starting to flower. And this is the garden sage. Any gardeners out there know why it's got these fuzzy spots on there? I mean, I know it's kind of a fuzzy type plant, but the spotty parts don't look right. I mean, this part is light colored and fuzzy, but I don't know what's going on with those spots. And holy crap on the calendula. Wow. Those things are, this is my own fault. I didn't realize how big they were. But they are kicking. And look at here. I'm so excited. Oh, now the sun goes down. That's probably much better lighting. Getting ready to open. There's one. Peekaboo. There's another one. I am so excited. It's so fun. All but I think this one here was the starter, so it was ahead of the game. But even this one, you can see, these were all started as seeds. And they're freaking huge. It's weird. They have like a sticky texture to them. Oh, look, there's chamomile down there. So I'm learning. I'm going to write it down in a journal, you know, like, hey, calendula gets really, really big. You might want to put it in a bigger pot kind of thing. But it's so much fun. And so buried over here is some of the peppers that are going to have to get moved, or they're never going to get any sun under all this. And these, if you can see those with the fuzzy tops, those are carrots. I had planted carrots in here, the kind that are the colored carrots, just for fun. Nothing ever happened. They never sprouted, so I was just like, oh well. And planted the calendula there, and now I got some carrot tops coming up, so that'll be fun to see what happens. And then over here is the bee balm. I've had this plant for 2 or 3 years. It's the only one that really has survived everything, and look, it's blossoming. I'm so excited for that. It's got some leaves that need to be helped out there. Another solar powered light. Down here, this is that green mint plant. It's growing like crazy. It has some leaves that need to be plucked as well. And the little snapdragons, and there's my blueberry bush, the one and only. And it looks like I'm gonna get blueberries anyhow. Fingers crossed. I'm really excited about that. So this is so much fun. This thing is tall. It is, I mean, it's in a pot, but this tall flower up here comes up to my nose. So that thing has been out here forgotten about for many, many months when I was hurt and couldn't do anything about it, and it just keeps coming back. So I freaking love it. And I do have that greenhouse thing. It has ripped right there, and I used duct tape to try to hold it, but I ended up just tucking it in at the bottom. And I tried to use it, I will use it for seed starters when I start acclimating them to the outside, but everything's well past that now, so it's storage, and it's actually really great because I have dirt, I have my organic fertilizer, I have my pruners, extra little pots, all that kind of stuff, all in there. And with that down, the rain can't get to it, the wind won't blow it over, so it's kind of like my garden shed when I'm not working on seeds. So, like I've always said, you don't need a lot of space. You can ask friends for cuttings here, and in the area where I live, they actually have a co-op, and they have these free stations. Like, they'll post on a local Facebook group, and they'll tell where these free stations are, and people will drop off free starter plants and sometimes seeds, and then people who need it will come and pick up just what they need. And I think that is so cool. I mean, sadly, you're always going to have the people who take advantage of that. They did do a free, one was doing a free table for non-perishable foods because of COVID and the lockdown and so many people in dire situations. And it was going great, and people were coming and giving, and people were coming and taking what they needed. Yes, there is a food bank, but you have to go through a process, and not everybody could get there. It was just another resource. And somebody came, I don't know if it was at the nighttime or if it was during the day when people couldn't be there to watch over it, and took everything. Absolutely everything, down to things that weren't even there to be taken, which is totally shitty. But I like that my community here, for the most part, is really, really diverse. I'm close to Olympia, Washington, which is very diverse, and people call it the hippie city, but you know, I think that's cool. And there's a lot of co-ops and things like that. So if you are starting out and just want to try a few things, look around on Facebook or anything else, any local bulletins, and see if your area has something like that, where you can get a couple starter plants that somebody else have already raised up to where it's a starter plant, and give it a try. And then if you find something that you can grow really, really well, then the next season, then you can contribute. So that's that. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and I'm going to go deal with my kitty. She's right there, and she's not happy with me. Thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and you know the drill. Blessed be.